event, and let's take a look at the tail of the tape for the main event. Gamboa, 126 pounds on our unofficial scales. He rehydrates up to 136 with that pizza and pasta. Solis rehydrated on our unofficial scales to 139 pounds. And here comes Jorge Solis from Guadalajara, Mexico, with 40 wins and 29 knockouts. Says he worked a lot on the Gamboa style when we spoke with him yesterday. Distance is going to be a key for him.
Yeah, listen, he was boxing right there with Pacquiao, very competitively for 7 rounds. He knows how to handle himself. However, like many fighters nowadays, he struggles to make 126 pounds, so he moved up to 130, though he claims it was just for opportunity. It also has something to do with the fact that, you know, he was gorging on pizza and pasta as soon as he weighed in.
Interesting for a guy that owns a taco stand in his hometown of Guadalajara. Solis is in the ring. Max, let's take a look at the featherweight landscape. Very, very talented division.
Really is. The belt holders in this division are actually pretty good and actually deserve to be at the top of the division. Chris John, longtime titleist. Gamboa and Lopez are the stars. Hasegawa just won a belt at 26, moved up in weight to do it. And the notables, Gonzalez has a fight with Hasegawa coming up. You saw Mikey Garcia dominate tonight. Caballero lost to Litzau, but Litzau moves up. Caballero's still dangerous at 26. And De Leon, I think, deserves to be mentioned because in losing a decision to Broner at 30, I think he fought as well as he ever has.
That's a look at a very talented 126 pounds, and there is the Cyclone of Guantanamo, Yuriorkis Gamboa, 2004 Olympic gold medalist representing Cuba at 112 pounds. Roy's been working really hard on his English. He says, I'm getting it little by little. One thing he's got a lot of, though, is natural given ability in the ring.
He has a lot of natural talent, a lot of speed, very flashy guy. Suspect with his balance with his chin because I think a couple of his knockdowns that I've seen, he basically was off balance. So I don't think his chin is quite as suspect as they think it is, but we will find out tonight.
He was down in his last fight on September the 11th against Orlando Salido. Right hand dropped Gamboa in the 8th round of that fight. Defected out of Cuba in December of 2006 while training for the Pan Am Games in Venezuela. Fought the first couple fights of his career in Germany, now fighting out of Miami, Florida. Yuriorkis Gamboa. Time for the formal introductions of our main event as we set it up to our ring announcer, Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, courtesy of Caesars Atlantic City, welcome to the famous Boardwalk Hall, Atlantic City, New Jersey, where tonight Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated, in association with Arena Box Promotions, proudly present the main event of the evening, 12 rounds of boxing for the WBA Featherweight Championship of the World. Sponsored by Tecate, Cerveza con Carácter, and sanctioned by the New Jersey State Athletic Control Board. Boxing Commissioner Aaron Davis, Chairman Tony Orlando, WBA President Gilberto Mendoza. At ringside, the 3 judges scoring this bout will be Lynn Carter, Ron McNair, and Joseph Pasquale. And inside the ring, in charge of the action at the bell, referee David Fields. And now, for the sold-out thousands in attendance here in Atlantic City, New Jersey, and the millions watching around the world on HBO's Boxing After Dark. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Fighting out of the blue corner, wearing silver with pink, official weight 125 1/2 pounds. His professional record, an outstanding one. 40 victories, including 29 knockouts, only 2 defeats with 2 draws. From Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, the challenger and current interim WBA Super Featherweight World Champion, Jorge El Coloradito Solis. Fighting out of the red corner, wearing multicolors, officially weighing 126 pounds, this Olympic gold medal champion, now as a professional, has a perfect record consisting of 19 fights, 19 victories, including 15 knockouts. Damas y caballeros, de Guantanamo, Cuba, the reigning, defending, undefeated featherweight champion of the world, El Ciclón de Guantanamo, Yuriorkis, Gamboa.
Simon, man. Always trying to play the game. Okay, gentlemen, we scheduled to box 12 rounds for the WBA IBF Featherweight Championship of the World. I've gone over the rules in the dressing room. I expect you to obey my commands at all times. Most of all, protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves. Good luck.
Because of the unique political circumstances in Cuba, there's no built-in Cuban market in North America the way there is for Puerto Rican fighters and especially Mexican fighters. And as a result, Gamboa is going to have to rise on his own merits. His merits both as a fighter and as an attraction. He's not yet a ticket seller.
Round number 1 scheduled for 12. Gamboa and Solis. Solis trying to work out the jab. Gamboa, a tremendous athlete. Roy, how do you see this playing out?
Well, for Gamboa, it's funny because he's a short guy who fights outside mainly. So for him, I think he wants to stay on the outside, be smart, use his speed and his power, and late in the fight, try to use those combinations to land headshots, big headshots. For Solis, I think he needs to make it an ugly fight, try to get closer to Gamboa so he can get to his body and possibly try to wear Gamboa's body down so that maybe his headshots will become more effective on Gamboa late in the fight.
Solis told us during the fighter meetings, 80% of my punches need to be to the body. I've got to pressure him and see if he can handle the power. We'll find out if he can accomplish that against the slick Gamboa. He taps Solis to the body. And then Solis flicks out his jab.
When Gamboa was coming up the professional ranks at first, he looked like a little Jack Dempsey or something, you know. That's why his nickname is the Cyclone. And Roy, he's developed increasingly as an outside fighter as he stepped up the level of competition. I don't think that's going to be the way that he becomes a draw, if in fact he ever becomes a draw.
No, I don't think it is either, because with his built, he's built like a Mike Tyson in this weight division. He's short, he's compact, he's very strong built, but he's fighting outside. And that doesn't turn a lot of fans on as far as boxing fans go, and especially being that you're a foreigner fighting in this country, you must be exciting in order to get the American public's attention.
And he has the ability to do it. He has overwhelming speed and punching power.
And you see it right there as he lurches in with that left hook. Twice he taps Solis with it.
It's a strange thing, but it's also a credit to the boxing program in Cuba, because everybody in Cuba learns to box from outside, and that's just the way it is. So him being a shorter guy, he's still a very, very high-class outside boxer.
The program set forth by famed Cuban head coach Alcides Segata. For many years developing great Olympic champions for the amateur boxing style, including the great heavyweight Felix Savon and many more. Gamboa just backed away from that right hand from Solis.
And that was a very smart uppercut by Solis.
End of round number 1, scheduled for 12. Oh my. Breathe. Oh my. Breathe, breathe. Oh my. Oh my.
Breathe. La amenaza Tú sabes lo que hace falta es.
You know the threat. You know that you're doing everything well. The only thing you have to do is find your rhythm. Remember that you can't stand still like he does. He's static. He doesn't move. You understand?
Ya después que tú cojas tu ritmo, todo te sale bien. Pega y muévete. Si él se mueve,
hit and move. Hit and move. You let him go 2 times, but you got to come back.
Cuando lo dejes corto, regresa rápido.
When you've got him in short, come back on it. How you feeling? Good? Bring your hands up. You got to bring your hands up. He caught you twice. Bring your hands up. Lively, lively.
One of the things Gamboa told us during the fighting meetings yesterday is, I want to see how he deals with my speed and my movement early. And then we'll kind of figure out where we want to go from there. Boy, that's pretty common, isn't it, for elite guys, talented guys, as Gamboa steps in with a couple of left hands?
Yeah, it's pretty common, because when you got the hand speed, you want to figure out, can a guy take your hand speed?
Oh, right hand puts down Solis.
5, 6, 7, 8. Come in.
Well, now they've both been down 5 times in their careers. And there's the speed and the power of Gamboa, who chops a right hand to Solis.
Thought Gamboa hurt Solis a little with a right hand to the body at the end of the first round.
Left hand hurts Solis. Gamboa in on the attack, hooks to the body.
This is the Gamboa that got everyone so excited on his way up.
A lot of it missing, though.
This is the Gamboa we want to see. A guy who gambles and goes for the knockout. And we knew he would, because this is the measuring stick to Pacquiao for him. Right. So we knew he would probably come out and be a little bit more aggressive than he's been in the last 2 or 3 fights.
And I think he got a little bit scared off that style because he was so reckless that he was getting dropped. Not hurt, just dropped because he was off balance.
Body combination right on the border.
Look at me, Bobby. Pick it up, pick it up.
David Fields, the referee, saying, keep it up, Gamboa.
But this Gamboa is the guy who's so blindingly fast.
Solis down again. It's being ruled a knockdown.
5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go.
He's so blindingly fast. He seems to be able to do whatever he wants, even against another world-class fighter.
Gamboa jumping in with power shots with a minute to go here in round 2.
And there you saw he avoided the right-hand counter by stepping out.
I can't remember.
Which he doesn't always do.
Right.
I can't remember a time I seen a guy with 19 fights that all the guys, the top guys in his weight division, kind of do not want to face. The #1 contenders and the #2 contenders say they're not ready for him yet. You very rarely see this in boxing.
Right. Mikey Garcia is now the mandatory for the winner of this fight.
Ooh, that's right on the belt line.
We saw in our first fight Mikey Garcia, and he's, you know, they acknowledged the Garcia team, not Gamboa, not yet.
Not yet.
Solis throws the right hand in the body, sweeping left hand from Gamboa.
Good shot.
Hurt your hand kind of shot, high off the head.
Final seconds here in the second. Solis down twice in the round.
Breathe.
Vamos, Jorge.
Let's go, Jorge. Let's go, you bastard. Let's go. Calm down. Respond. What do you have? Nothing. I'm okay. I'm okay. Well, stop him with the jab. Stop him with the jab.
Here you see come with the overhand right over the top of the left hand, followed by a beautiful left hook that sent Solis to the canvas. Same knockdown. You see that left hook come right off the straight right hand. He kind of slipped the right hand, but he couldn't catch the hook.
That was knockdown #1.
And hit #2, you see him come with an overhand right to the back of the head. And I think that was more of a pull down. I don't know if that was for sure a knockdown, but I guess because the glove made contact to the back of the head, it was ruled a knockdown.
And Solis did get punched in the back of the head and then got pushed down. Gamboa, according to CompuBox, landed 32 of 66 power shots in the round, 48%. Solis only threw 25 punches in total in the round.
Now
Gamboa attacks the body.
A real test for Gamboa. Solis is just the kind of fighter who could fight his way back into a fight like this. Let's see if Gamboa can maintain that pace and pressure.
I tell you what, Solis definitely is not afraid, and he definitely thinks he can win this fight.
Watch your head, watch your head.
Gamboa hits behind the head.
Second time.
Caution
Next
by
time,
David
lose a point,
Fields.
man. Okay?
You know, kinda. They were exchanging right hands, and Solis put his head on the opposite shoulder, and Gamboa took what was there.
But remember, in the Salido fight, he lost 2 points for hitting in the back of the head.
I think these body shots are really bothering Solis.
Gamboa has this very interesting left hook to the head, right to the body combination he throws.
Roy, what can Solis do? There's sometimes where Gamboa will drop that right hand and leave himself exposed. What can Solis do to maybe feint and bait him into that where he can land a big shot?
Well, it's kind of hard. He got to feint him a few times and not really go at him and make him sit still off the feints. Once he makes Solis sit still off the feints, then he got him sitting froze, is what we call it. Once he freezes him, then he can rush the right hand down the pipe and possibly land it. But he's taking a gamble with that because Gamboa's hands are so fast like that, he usually can knock Solis off balance before Solis can land that straight right hand. But he's just going to have to do like Max said earlier and gamble.
Gamboa jumps in with a left and a right.
You know, every time we do a really athletic fighter, I make comparisons to you, Roy, but that check hook he just hit Garcia with reminded me of like a Roy Jones left hook that he got away with just because of superior athleticism.
And that's how he gets away with a lot of things here, because he has such superior athleticism, and he has that over most of the guys in this weight division, along with power and speed. Does sound kind of familiar when I think about it.
Must have been a lot of fun to not have to do things by the book and still dominate.
And Gamboa is that kind of fighter.
Right hand after the left hook. And Gamboa just picking apart Jorge Solis. And down goes Solis.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Cannot be saved by the bell. You got to make the count. And that is the end of round number 3.
The bench. Bring the stool up. Come sit.
Both fighters standing in between the round.
How you doing? Fine.
Fine.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
You want to fight? Want to fight?
Yeah.
Está bien, it's okay, it's okay.
¿Dónde?
Vamos, Jorge, vamos.
Let's go, Jorge. There's nothing there.
Here you see Gamboa moving left and right. He comes with overhand right, followed by a short jab hook. Wasn't really even a hook or a jab. It was kind of a mix-up between a jab and a hook right there. Good punch, good straight punch, almost equivalent to a straight left hand. Beautiful shot by Gamboa.
I don't care how weight drained Solis is to make 26. You can't teach what Gamboa just did.
That's the third time he's been down so far in the fight. Let's check in with our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman.
Okay, Bob, I got it 2 rounds to 1. 29-25, Yuriorkis Gamboa. You know, the first round, Gamboa did very little except look at the guy. Solis probably won it with his jab. Round 2, he's got to get a 10-7 round for the 2 knockdowns. Round 3, a 10-8 round for the knockdown. And personally, I don't think Jorge Solis knows where he is. When he wandered off at the end of that 3rd round, I thought he was out of it. Anyway, 2 rounds to 1, Yuriorkis Gamboa.
And the hand speed is just too much. Solis ducks away from danger that time.
It's hand speed, it's punching power, and it's defensive responsibility. This is the kind of blend that we've been looking for the exciting Gamboa mixed with the more seasoned Gamboa, who's not.
Oh, right hand puts down Solis.
Beautiful hook right hand.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Solis says hold on to his corner. Fourth time he's been down.
Solis giving Gamboa his props with his reaction, just being like, damn, I can't believe what just happened.
Where are these shots coming from? Is the referee hitting me or what?
Solis off balance. Gamboa trying to measure him up and comes in with power shots again. Left hand hurts Solis. Right hand combination. David Fields taking a look. Down goes Solis. David Fields stops it here in the fourth.
Beautiful stoppage.
That's the Gamboa we were all waiting to see finally come out. This is a coming out party for him, I think.
The Cyclone of Guantanamo comes blowing into Atlantic City and dismantles Jorge Solis. 5 knockdowns in 4 rounds. Roy, we're going to take a look at the first knockdown in round number 4 as Solis is being attended to, and it's
The
just
first
a long
knockdown,
right.
he was walking, he came with a straight right hand off the hook, a beautiful combination. Nothing Solis could do about it. He never saw the right hand coming. The hook blinded him, and the right hand snuck behind him right there. The hook blinded him. He tried to put his hand up, but he missed the shot trying to turn his head. No way he could have countered. He could have covered from that shot. Then at the end of the fight, he did like we so wanting to see him do. He attacked like a shark smelling blood in the water, caught him with a beautiful left hook. That didn't drop him. He came back with a right and just a barrage of punches. And the corner is mad about those punches behind the head right there.
And Gamboa has been penalized at different times in his career. That's the one thing he's got to have a little bit more composure in those situations and not throw those punches. Official time of the stoppage. Here's Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, courtesy of Caesars Atlantic City, the official time is 1 minute 31 seconds of round number 4. The end comes, and still he is undefeated, the featherweight champion of the world, El Ciclón de Guantánamo, Yuriorkis Gamboa.
Dominant performance by Yuriorkis Gamboa, dropping Jorge Solis 5 times in the 4 rounds of boxing action. Let's take a look at the total punches. Gamboa landing 78 of 194, 40%. He was faster, he was stronger, and the power numbers will illustrate that. I guess when you score 5 knockdowns in 4 rounds, you're going to get that. 151 thrown, 45%. Is what he landed on Solis. Now we'll take a look at the punch zone as to where all those connects went. And you take a look on your right, the punches landed on Solis. And you see that Gamboa used hooks to the body very effectively, 29 shots to the body, and then work to the head, both sides. And Solis never had an answer. Gamboa, as you can see on the left, virtually untouched. He's now 20-0 with 16 stoppages. Yuriorkis Gamboa in the ring with Max Kellerman.
Wow. Assess your performance.
Dinos tu rendimiento, ¿cómo fue?
Bueno, para mí fue una pelea muy excelente, de acuerdo a lo que pasó el año pasado.
It was a very good fight and a very compared to what happened last year.
What happened last year? On your way up the ranks, you were very exciting, little reckless. Then it seemed you corrected the recklessness, but the excitement went away.
El año pasado hicimos buen trabajo, pero nos golpeó la distancia en el local que vamos a pelear. Como por ejemplo en Alemania una semana antes y en La Vega una semana antes no es suficiente.
What happened is last year we did a very good fights, but obviously we took fights on short notice in Germany and in Las Vegas, and that's what happened.
Is it an issue where you're now starting to put it all together? We see the hand speed, we see the excitement, the pressure at times, but also more defensive responsibility, the whole package.
Realmente ese paquete está completo en Yuriorkis Gamboa, simplemente que con respecto a la distancia en Alemania y en Las Vegas con altura no tuvimos el tiempo reglamentado, por eso perdimos velocidad en ocasiones.
That package is complete, and what you see with Yuriorkis Gamboa, but the problems that we saw in Germany and Las Vegas because of the height, that was a problem.
Against Motagua, Juan Mad struggled, you blew him out. Solis went 8 rounds with Pacquiao, fought well, you blew him out. Can you talk about that?
Esto fue las cosas que tuvimos en la entrevista con SBO, que yo le dije que no es lo mismo Manny Pacquiao y Solis en el tiempo aquel comparado con Yuriorkis Gamboa, algo muy diferente.
That's what I told you in the fighter meetings. It's not the same, those characters, those figures, Manny Pacquiao, Juan Manuel Lopez, as now I am completely different.
Finally, everyone's waiting for you to see you fight Juan Ma. Do you think that you will eventually get that fight, or are you too dangerous because Top Rank is doing very well with him as a ticket seller?
Yo creo que definitivamente Top Rank va a ir alejando esa pelea porque sabe que no tiene cómo ganarme.
Top Rank is going to put that fight very far away and keep it in a distance because they know that he doesn't have what's necessary to beat me.
So if not Juan Ma, who?
Chris Jones, que esté como campeón en mi división, o de lo contrario voy a tener que subir a 130 para restar lo que dan como campeonato.
Chris John or whoever's in my division, or I'll have to move up to 130 and then fight those in that division.
Thank you for an electrifying performance.
Quiero aprovechar para darle las bendiciones a los hermanos del pueblo de Japón, producto a lo que pasó con el tsunami.
I want to say God bless all the brothers in Japan for the disaster that happened there, and we're with them.
We see Juan Manuel Lopez right here. You want to fight this guy?
Claro que sí, es cuestión de yo salir de mi pelea con Salido y hacer las negociaciones correctas y claro, no hay problema. Nunca ni él se ha negado ni yo me he negado.
Yes, absolutely. The only thing we have to do is finish with Salido, but we could do that one. He's never said no, Gamboa's never said no, and I've never said no, so we can do it. We just have to negotiate it.
Todo este es un negocio, tenemos unos promotores que deben de tomar la decisión, pero yo nunca he dicho que no, ni el que no, somos dos grandes peleadores, los mejores de la división, y en un momento dado nos podemos enfrentar, claro que sí.
It's a business, we have promoters, we've never said no, he's never said no, I've never said no, but we're the best of the division, and we have to do it.
Last word.
Última palabra.
Bueno, yo creo que Juan Manuel López está confirmando aquí en el público que después de Salido, o después de Solís, de Salido, va a ser la pelea con Yuriorkis Gamboa. Esperamos eso, caballero.
Juan Manuel Lopez has confirmed it here. After Salido, we'll get this one done here.
I want to thank you very much. I want to bring in Solis. What's it like to fight Gamboa?
Pues es terrible, lo felicito, es un gran peleador. Tiene el defecto de golpear en la nuca, pero está bien, lo felicito, es un gran peleador.
It's terrible. He's a great fighter. He hits hard, and he's got a defect. He hits behind the nape, but he's a great fighter.
You were also in with Pacquiao. How would you compare the two?
¿Cómo lo comparas a los dos?
Híjole, pues Pacquiao no pega fuerte, pero es una máquina de tirar golpes. Gamboa tiene una pegada brutal, es rápido, creo que me reservo el pronóstico, sinceramente.
Damn, Pacquiao doesn't hit that hard. He throws a lot of punches, but he doesn't hit that hard. Gamboa hits very hard, and I've got to keep my cards on that. I won't play my cards.
Bob,